Hi, it's your girl Georgia Spice, and I am back with, Content Creators Support Part 3. I was gonna do this in December to, finish it off like a challenge, but I thought I'd wait till January as I know that they can be slow months and people tend to struggle with them, as we all know, the public don't really get paid till next week. So if you feel like it's slow and you just need that bit of a boost, then this video is for you and should hopefully help you grow, and especially for February, because now I left it to the end of January so you could see how it was going and if it was slowing down for you or if you feel like you needed some new ideas. So month 3, so there's a couple of points I'd like to cover, which is self and customer confidentiality, how to keep engagement, interest on page, how to keep returning subscribers on messages, how to sell PPVs and not overdo it, how to respond to subscribers appropriately, how to remain professional as this is your business, and how to overcome objections to close a deal. So they are the points that you want to be implementing now that are going to keep them returning and happy so that you're not struggling in this slow time. So to start off, well, self and customer confidentiality. If you found after doing the first 2 months and the customer and you got fans on Instagram that want to subscribe and they can't in case someone sees their bank charges, I always say you can just send it me directly and then you can send them a free link so then it doesn't come under their bank statements, but they can still pay for the subscription. And it's like when I do video calls, if they sometimes they can feel like you're getting their details but really like they're getting my details. But I always say, like, I just check the payments in and I'm not going to be looking at your name. I always let them know that whatever's discussed between us stays confidential and I'm there for them and they can be open with me and they can express themselves to me and they don't have to worry about anything, because I think a lot of some girls in the industry, that can just be doing this on the side, are not really going to have that level of respect. And, I think a lot of guys are worried in case, you go blast them out, or they go tell anyone, or, if you're unprofessional. But I think when you are professional in this business, then you respect your callers as you would yourself. And if, you want confidentiality, then to treat them the same, because they've also got families and perhaps partners, girlfriends, or even married, got kids. So it's really important that when you get in this field that, don't, it's like when your friends do something and you fall out, you'll never throw them under the bus. So yeah, I was like to let them know that I'm not going to be searching the name, like everything's fine once they send it and that's it. And then I guess it's the same respect if I'm giving my bank details, like I'm hoping they're not gonna search me and stuff and be weird. So it's nice. But yeah, just getting them on your OnlyFans page or whatever platform you use is important. And when they want to send you DMs, maybe with their face in it, or pictures down there, that's relating to what I said just then about making them feel like it's okay for them to send, because it's kind of normalized for us to be posting it because they're paying for us to post photos of ourselves and what we want to post, the levels. But a lot of girls can be funny when guys try to send DMs to them, either a dick pic or just trying to get involved, and they go like, oh, you should pay me extra for that or whatever. I mean, you can do that, but like, as long as they don't feel silly for doing it, I like to let them know when they subscribe. I'm like, if you ever feel like you want to send me a naughty photo or video, like you can do. I want you to be able to be open here and it's a safe space for you. So I think that's an important way to show them that if they are gonna have some me time, they can go on your profile and not feel like they're going to be judged, or they can have that privacy and get their naughty side out, which they can't obviously do at home. And they're choosing your profiles and to subscribe to you to do that with. So I think it's really important to be inclusive and to show that you appreciate them, and you can have that safe space for me and send me your pictures. Yeah, I think that's really important. So then they would want to stay because they know they can trust you and they can rely on you and they can just be open with you. How to keep engagement and interest on page. So I think I mentioned it in like my other part 2, where like I was posting and like my pictures, scheduling it. I was like, yeah, they're sorted, they're fine, they don't need me. But they don't want to just see pictures. I mean, they do want to see content all the time, but it's important to write statuses in between. So otherwise you're just like scrolling through Instagram, scrolling through images and or like videos, but they want to know that they're subscribed to you and you're actually acknowledging them. So when you write some statuses, they'll feel like you're not just on autopilot scheduling this content, like you are actually speaking to them, and you have took a day out and step back to see how they are and can actually comment on your statuses back. So it's not just pictures. If want to ask about their day, I always just say like, oh, hope you've had a nice day, and you've warmed up, welcome new subscribers, hope you're settling in okay, don't be shy, stuff like that. And if I'm going to do something like a photo shoot, I'll be like, I'm doing this today, I'm excited to show you, and I hope you're enjoying your week. So it's good to let them know what you're doing in real time, but also caring that they're okay as well, that they've settled in. So you're acknowledging that they've been subscribed, because I had like an influx of subscribers, and I think every time I get an influx, I like to welcome them, so they know that they're not just any randoms just subscribing and I'm not taking note. I like them to know that I took note, that they're there, so it makes it more personal. So to keep that engagement and interest on page, so like I said, let them respond to statuses, write some polls, or even if you do want to upload some content and be like, do you prefer this or with or without. So don't just post normal content with like captions that you would put on Instagram. You need to be directing at them so they can feel that they can respond to you. They've come on this little private page, so they can just respond to you in that way and feel, you know what I mean? So you're not just writing a quote, like you'll be like, oh guys, you prefer this or this, picture or video, and then they can respond like, oh, like that. And it's nice that you care about their opinions, so they feel like they can be inclusive. Not everyone's gonna reply. I have a lot of resubs that just don't message or don't comment, but some will want to comment, especially when you're doing an open question that they can reply to, and not just like putting quote like, oh, I look bougie today, or like, just some random quotes to represent your picture, and like actually speak to them like your diary. So when I started doing that, and I was like, oh, I'm doing this today, or I've got this plan this week, I've just took this content, I'm excited to show you, they were becoming a lot more engaging. So I was struggling for a bit with engagement, and I was like, why are they not liking or commenting on pictures? But it's definitely increased and they're taking notes. So yeah, it's good to be related to them. How to keep returning subscribers on messages. So at first I was just like leaving them to have their, whenever they decide to unsub or like turn their bill off, then I was just leaving it like that. And then I was like, you know what? I would see that their sub has run out, because I would go through my messages and it would be like greyish, I think, when it's like not active. And I would just send them a message like, hey, how are you? And then they'd respond, And, you know, I've not even had to say much. Like, they'll just be like, I miss you or something. And you'll be like, yeah, like, I miss you too. There's so much more content for you to be catching up on. And they'll just resubscribe. So even if they've been active or not in that time frame of their subscription, when they have run out, they want to still feel like you care, like you're acknowledging them, like you've spotted that they're not there, because otherwise they're like, they don't care if they come and go. But it was good to, as soon as I just started messaging them after their sub had run out, or I guess some people would do it before it runs out, but I don't really keep track of that. But you can do, sometimes you can just click on someone's profile and it will tell you when it's going to expire. But I find it hard to just go through all of them individually. Like, so if I just see that they're not subbed anymore, then just send them a message and they'll feel like appreciated and wanted and interested to resubscribe again. So my suggestion is to message them and also do a mass message. So whether you got a discount on or you just got some new content, I like to take a picture or a little clip and I'll do a mass message to everyone that's been subscribed, and I'll be like, you know guys, it's been a few months. If you're receiving this, it means you've been subscribed before, yeah? So you're not just sending it out to randoms who haven't been subscribed. They've all been subscribed before, so why should they not subscribe again, right? So they are all potential resubs there. If you want to top up your payout, you got to think, how much more do I need? Let's say if you want to cash out 100 each time, and let's say if I'm on 70, I need another 3 subs to get that 100. So I'm gonna send out a mass message, try and see if any, you know, because then it'll pop up on there and they'll be like, oh, I remember her, like I was subscribed to her, and then they'll click on you and they'll, you know, they might like your content that you've sent on DM. Don't send loads, obviously. And then they'll click on your profile again. So it's about reminding them that you're there, because they'll just forget and they can subscribe to someone else, which is fine. But then when you come up, they'll be like, oh yeah, and you know, you're saying that you've got new content out or this and that's happened, and they're like, oh yeah, let's see what she's doing and what she's up to now. So it's really important to chase up your subscribers and expired subscribers. How to sell PPVs and not overdo it. So I've had a lot of comments to me that was like, I'm so thankful that you don't just spam me out with PPV. I used to do it every time that I would do some new content. I would probably send out a PPV every, I never used to do it loads anyway, maybe like once every like 2 weeks. And you know, I'm like, oh, they open this and that, and then some that, you know, I've never messaged, I'm just going up their messages. I'm like, look at all these videos like that I've just on their messages and that opened. Like, how are they even gonna scroll up to the top? So for me, like, I don't really send PPV out anymore, only if like they request something, or let's say recently I've done some content that I'm okay with, because I'm changing my levels, so I didn't want to just post out anything. But now I've got some stuff together like DIY, foot worship, you know, just some POV when I was in the hotel room that I'm happy with sending out, then I can do that. But that's still like not going to be all the time. It's going to be once every few weeks or even once a month. Like, obviously there's a lot of money there that maybe I'm not getting because I'm not sending it out, but I feel like they're happy with what they've got. So like, I was getting messages like, you know, thanks for not spamming me out, especially if like you were messaging as well and then you just keep sending more videos. They have to scroll up that and it's really long. So like, even when they do request for a custom video, they'll ask to unlock it so it'll stay on their paid PPV. So if you do get payment first, which obviously we do, and you send the video, which, you know, hopefully they don't clock, but that's what we want. But when they are like messaging, they have to re-scroll up that, so they'll probably like prevent themselves from messaging loads so they don't lose the video. But someone had said to me like, oh, I want to do it on paid because I can just easily click on my paid videos and then see all their unlocked content there. So that'd be better for them to, you know, keep track. But yeah, so just don't be spamming it out, like not every day. Maybe every week you can send like one, but or two a week, like maximum. I really wouldn't even send more than that, because if you're like posting every day or every 2 days or every 3 days, you want to be doing it every 2 days on your page. They're like catching up with that, and they don't really want to be paying for more. But I guess like if you do a cheaper subscription, then you couldn't just be like not blasting out videos, but you can be doing more PPVs for them to pay that extra, um, which is probably good in a way. But for me, because my subscription's a bit higher, they're less likely to only be spending so much more on top. So for me, I'm like, if they can pay subscription price and a video during the month, then I'm happy. That's per person. Then I'm happy with that. So I guess it just depends, but also like you just don't want to piss them off either, because when you're spending so much, like I said, they're still trying to get through your content, and you know they'll open one and just think how many more do they want to be paying for, and yeah, like at least if you do it gradually, then they'll be like, oh, I'm not open one in a while, let's see what this is, you know, because if they just splashed out their pay on these videos, they're not going to want to do it again. So like, let's just do it gradually and not overload them, so then it's more likely they'll open all of your videos instead of just missing them and opening the odd few that they can actually keep up with. So yeah, 2 a week, just so it's there, and they can, if some people don't even log on in a few days, they can come back and they'll be like, oh, sent this video out. Just imagine if you sent another 5, like geez, you're just doing yourself a disfavor, because you've created this content that deserves to be open and paid for. So just send it to them like gradually and not just shove it in their face, and then they'll won't feel as pushed to like just keep spending. They'll feel like, you know, you're not just trying to rinse them. Like, I know on here to make money for our content. Let's say they subscribe, we can charge them for a video, let them chill for a bit, you know, before just trying to rinse them, because they won't feel valued and they'll go to someone else. So you can't just think, okay, money, money, money. You have to think about the customer, the client, like any business. We don't like to pay for things and we're bare getting rinsed like off any company, coffee, product or service. Like, so we gotta treat them the same. So yeah, keep your customers happy, feel valued, speak to them, have conversations, make it personal. That's how you can respond to subscribers appropriately as well. Maybe, you know, you're gonna have the odd few that are like pissing you off, but I'll always respond in a nice regard and prove them wrong, maybe nicely if it comes to it. But I would never like badmouth them, because the last thing you want is I don't know, like to screenshot it or like, but like, because I've seen these OnlyFans pages on like Reddit where they talk about creators. You don't want them to give you a bad name either and put anyone else off, because people will then not subscribe and not even know that you're cool. Like you know, you could be the nicest person ever, but if someone's had that bad experience and they tell people like, oh, she was bare rude to me, like, then it's gonna just put people off without even giving you that chance. So talk to them in a business manner. It relates to this next point, how to remain professional. This is your business. You know, how do you think like all these big corporate companies or celebrities are going to keep their good image for their roles, for their publicity? So we need to present ourselves good. It's like when you work at any other job, you're not going to be bitching to the customer. I mean, you'll probably say it in your head. You'll be like, fucking hell, just take this coffee. Or like, I've served you 3 times now. Or like, you call them and you're like, try and stay calm. But you remain professional because you want to stick in that job. Except here is more rewarding because we're the manager, like we're the business that you want to keep looking good. So instead of, when you make a customer satisfied in your workplace, you're helping them be repeat customers, be a happy, satisfied return customer, which is helping your big company that you work for. Except with this, it's actually helping us direct because your pay does not change how happy you make this customer. Is coming back and giving revenue to the company. But when you do it yourself in this industry, you're projecting yourself and reflecting that, and when they feel good and want to come back, it'll only be profiting you, so your pay will change, and the reward is going to be there. So just think, like, if you can keep customers happy in a job, then you can do it for your own personal brand. So important. So stay professional. People think it can be unprofessional because we can do what we want, but it's down to us how we present ourselves and how we get return customers and keep people happy. So yeah, we are free to like say what we want and do what we want, but really that's going to reflect back, and we can say to fuck off. You can't say that in a corporate job, but we can say that, except it doesn't help us. So you gotta keep that behaviour as you would. People say we have more flexibility. It's not as professional in our job. So yeah, we can just be like, oh fuck off, or I don't know, just be like, don't talk to me, or like, don't send me pictures. I don't know, like, I don't know what comes across in these DMs, but I've always had nice fans, and they message me with nice messages, so I always respond in a nice manner back. But there's been some times where they've sent money for a video, or no, maybe that they've tipped and they've been asking for something, and it's took like a week to get back to it, which doesn't happen often. It happened like once or twice, and I was like, oh my god, like, instead of just being like, oh fuck's sake, I'm busy, like, fuck off. You don't say that. Like, I'm like, oh my god, I'm genuinely so sorry, like, I missed it. I can't do that, but can I do this for you instead? So that was another thing I wanted. Oh, that relates to the next point, like how to overcome objections and close a deal. So we can put all these 3 points in one, really, because he was like, he tipped me, and he was like, can you do that? No, even without the tip, let's say he's not tipped me, and he's asking for a request for a video, and I'm like, I can do that bit, but I can't do that bit. And then it took like a week for us to really get to it. But I was like, look, if I knew it was that, I would have done it straight away. I just wanted to confirm this with you before I did it. I wanted to make sure, you're still happy to go ahead with the video if I couldn't do that. And, it was alright at the end, and he really loved the video. Let's say, like, he wanted me to do this giant test video, which I've never done before, but pretty easy. Put the phone on the floor or something and stand on it. And it's cool. I was like, I can do that bit. I could have done that a week ago when you told me. But the thing that I was struggling, he was like, do it fluently in Greek. And I was like, I can't do it fluently in Greek. I can say a few words here and there in Greek, related to the video, but I've never even done this video in English, like, never mind thinking of these phrases in Greek. And so he just kept explaining, and he thought I was like stupid, and I was like, look, babes, I could have done this video a week ago. The only thing I wanted to confirm was, is it alright if I don't do it in Greek, like fully? I can do it in English. Is that still okay for you to want to buy it? So then he was like, yeah, that's fine. And he paid, and I did it straight away. So you can come to a bit of like a disagreement, or if they feel like they've been waiting for you and you're not been there. The important thing is, it's just like last night. Normally someone messaged me for a video call, I say yes, send it, and I'm there. I think I must have been distracted with another call or something. And this guy was like, I've sent you the money, and I was waiting an hour, which has never happened before. Oh my God. Did I feel bad? And how bad does that make me look? So you sent the money and he's waiting. That makes me look unprofessional. So today, all you gotta confront it. Don't just ignore it, block him, or be like, oh, well, I was busy, or like, or rob him. I said, I can send you the money back, but I think it's just better because you want to prevent from sending that money back in it because that's long. I said it might just be easier if I save this until the next time we can do a call together, which is tomorrow night. So, and then they're normally fine with that, but they don't want to just feel like you've robbed them or you've disregarded them or, you've not got time for them. I was like, oh my God, I'm genuinely sorry. This has never happened before. Um, you know, the money is safe with me. Like, don't worry, I can send it you back, but instead of faffing, sending you back with your bank details and that, because he sent it before, so he's got my details. I was like, we'll just keep it for when we next do a call, and I'll sort you out for it. I'll send you some little clips before the video call to get you pumped up and started, so they feel like you've took on their complaint or their worry and you've overcome that, and they'll be like, oh, actually, so instead of just spending this much for a 5 minute call, they're gonna get something extra because he did. Imagine sending someone money and then not hearing from them till the next day. Like, I don't want them to feel uneasy, which he probably did because I didn't respond till this morning after that I woke up, and I was like, oh my God, I didn't even know he sent it. And I remember saying like I'm free for a call, and then I just didn't go back to it. So yeah, it's about getting back to them, making sure they feel good and that feel valued and they're not getting done over. Whether you've had a slow month, I mean, I've actually surprisingly I've not had a slow month. I've been getting influx of subscribers, and this is why, because I'm not just avoiding or ignoring them. I'm carrying on as I would. Just how you push it before Christmas, keep pushing it. When you stop and give up, they're going to stop and give up. You want to keep watering the flowers to grow, what I'm saying? So, this is why I was trying to do these YouTube videos October and November, so you were like building your profiles and, your stuff up for them to be buying into you and want to be subscribed. And now this is to really keep them, because it's one thing getting subscribers, they want to check it out, but the money is keeping them. That's where I get most of my money from, returning customers, and then I get the odd few tips, and if they do a call they can tip off there as well. So this is why I wanted to talk to you about it, because you need to chase up your fans and keep the engagement and interest going, and they're gonna want to come back to you. There's no, why wouldn't they? But if you're just never going to speak to them again, then they're not going to know you exist. You have to keep being there, not all the time, but now and again be like, yo, are you okay? Or like, even subscribers won't message you, and I'll still be like, hi, I hope you're settling okay, I hope you're enjoying the content. Even if they don't reply, at least you've shown that you're not just an automated system. Like, you're actually there talking to them, so that really helps a lot as well. So yeah, keep them tuned, engaged, excited, make them feel welcome and valued, and then that's what you want to be smashing out this month, because there's no slow months when you put in these tools and you implement them. And yeah, just like any business, I bought this, and now that I knew it was really good, I'd come back just for this. I had nowhere to look for it on Amazon, and I'll get this again. So if they stopped or if they weren't that good, I'd be looking for another lip gloss. So like I said, saturated marketplace, there's so many other creators that you're going to subscribe to. So why should they keep subscribed to you? So be a boss ass bitch, get it done. So this is a business to stay and keep buying from you, because you can provide the products and the services and that customer relationship. Yeah, just think why you keep buying from that place you keep buying from. Why do you keep getting that lipstick? You know, you want to be someone that they are happy to keep returning to, because that's what's going to benefit you, yeah, and make that money. And it brings you a good brand as well. It gives you a good brand name, you get that good feedback, and it builds you that better audience and attraction marketing that you can use to promote and get more subscribers. So yeah, girls, if you're not doing that, get doing it and let me know how you get on. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and like, comment. I hope you've been watching my videos. Let me know how you've been getting on, because I still get girls messaging me like, I need help with my OnlyFans. Well, these are the videos for you, yeah. So please, I do take time out to make these. So, and all the info is there. I'm literally giving it you from scratch. So go from part 1, part 2, part 3, and you'll find yourself at a much higher level of like potential, and feel more comfortable with it and more like on it. Yeah, because I started from like the beginner and like what you want to do, and then now this is part 3 where this advanced level is how to keep them and how to keep that money flowing. So it's easy, let's say, to get subscribers, but to keep them is a whole nother thing. So this is what this video is about, keeping them, engagement. That will be the end of the OnlyFans support. Actually I might do one more video. I'm going to be doing like one more video overview of what you want to be doing, like tasks, but this will be the end of like all the bullet points. I kind of wrote like 3 months program down of like what you want to do in the first month, what you want to do in the second and the third. So yeah, get it going and watch out for my next video. Bye.